Hello there, Aries, Aries Rising, and of course all of you Aries Moon people out there. This is your weekly astrological and card horoscope for the week starting January 6th, 2020, and a Happy New Year once again to all of you. Sorry, I almost said December and 2019. I'm trying not to do that, but we'll see what happens. Just a quick reminder for everybody out there, should you ever wish to get a session with me, you do need to go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com, or of course you may also simply follow the links below. So, what is going on when it comes to the astrology over the course of this coming week? Well, it all seems to be about dances with Neptune, and that's kind of a big one. We do have, yes, an eclipse going on this week, and I will be posting a clip, just a clip of the eclipse coverage from Patreon, but if you want the entire monthly horoscope for January, you do need to be a Patreon patron. But stay tuned, I will have that up for you just in time for the 10th. But let's talk about what's affecting this week and this week only, now that you know how the monthlies work. Well, we have the Sun on Tuesday and Mercury on Wednesday, both in your 10th house of career, Capricorn, sextile to Neptune, which is actually in your 12th house of your past, your privacy, and your hidden zone. And when we have this, we have some kind of opportunity to take advantage of a new, or I guess you could say, opportune chance given to us by an authority figure, someone in a deep position of power. The Sun is indicating this person has taken notice of us, whether it's through work, or our career, or maybe even, again, elsewhere. Because the 10th house can just talk about authority figures even in the social sphere. It's how we make our mark on the world. And we have ourselves gaining in visibility to the people we want to be seen by. And with Mercury, we also have faster opportunities to bond, connect, and ascend closer to their rank, or maybe closer to their level of influence. Neptune's involvement from your 12th house in this sextile is indicating possibly a request for assistance, or maybe your help, or maybe your involvement in something that is going on behind the scenes with this person, whether it's behind the scenes on the job, or even something a bit more personal, just in a friendly way, is actually going to be elevating you in their eyes. We also have a secret favor being done for you with these aspects, and Tuesday overnight into Wednesday seems to be quite gorgeous for everyone involved. So before we move on to cards, I just wanted to make sure that everyone remembers that if you cannot find the horoscope that you're looking for, please go to the main channel page by clicking on my picture beneath this video and just scroll down. That is all you have to do. And if maybe looking for playlists and things like that, maybe we're not sure how to do that, or it's kind of confusing, or maybe we don't think we're finding the right thing, I did put up an instructional video recently on how to find your missing horoscope, and I'll include a link in the down bar below this video. Now, moving on to the cards, we've also got your spiritual themes. We're talking about the Ace of Wands in reverse. And this is a week where we need to be paying attention to what does not need more fuel anymore. It's a very appropriate energy for the new year, because with the Ace of Wands reverse, we're talking about things that are either burning out, becoming a drudge, or don't seem to be able to stay inflated for very long, right? The tire is constantly running out of air. Don't keep trying to use a fix-a-flat. Change the tire, do something about it. And with the Ace of Wands reversed, we have to take a look and see where are we burning out on something, not because we don't like it, but because it's actually too high maintenance to be in the highest interest of all concerned. A lot of the times the Ace of Wands reversed, we also see something becoming a drudge because it is actually something that is holding us back. It's sort of the universe's way of giving us a signal. Hey, you're about to do another go-around, you're about to repeat this reality, you're about to replicate this experience, we're not going forward anymore. This takes way too much maintenance to just sort of keep at a passing grade. How long do you want to just float here? The Ace of Wands reverse is asking all of you Aries people, where is this happening, and what do I need to simply let go? Whether I'm letting it clear, letting it deflate, and then just, chucking it in the bin, or maybe even taking some space to find a new approach or a new solution. Because with the Ace of Wands reversed, whether we're dealing with relationships, we're dealing with family, we're dealing with work, whatever's going on, even your health, it seems to me like with this card is trying to stop you or help you find a way to stop just placating to the immediate needs or immediate symptoms or immediate challenges that are going on, right? Barely keeping our head above water in a certain regard. There are other alternatives, but again, something so high maintenance can sometimes make it feel like there aren't any alternatives because we're so distracted with the high maintenance activity, we can't even shop around. Make a different choice. When it comes to the influx, the energy that's coming in this week, what's going to be affecting all areas of your life, the sort of, the tide coming in, well, we have the Ace of Swords in reverse. And this is a week where we have a chance to take advantage where other people are not seizing the moment. And that's going to feel kind of strange because sometimes it feels like we're going against the grain in a way that's not necessarily natural or in a way that's not necessarily called for. The Ace of Swords reversed is giving an indication that yes, we have a lot of opportunities or a lot of choice points coming up to sort of jump timelines, if you will, or shift a timeline in the favor we wish to go in. But we have to be careful because if we just think about doing what we've seen other people do, we may get caught in another loop, in another circle. A lot of the times the Ace of Swords reversed, we have a positive message coming out of a negative event. And in a lot of cases this has to do with, again, a history repeating itself. So we get to catch ourselves. We can't always stop everyone else from repeating their own history, though. With the Ace of Swords reversed, it's important for you to keep in mind that you have to work on your own self first this week, okay? Put your mask on before you put the mask on the child. Don't necessarily spend all of your time thinking about, well, I can't make the jump unless my partner makes the jump, or I can't make the jump until my coworker makes the jump, or my roommate, or my friend, or my mom, or whatever. That you can change your timeline while they stay still, okay? Whatever happens after that, you'll cross that bridge when you come to it. But with the Ace of Swords reversed, no more loops. And with the outflux, what is going away? Well, we've got the Seven of Swords in reverse. Now, the Seven of Swords reverse going away is kind of interesting because this is going to be a period where a lot of you are not going to be getting a lot of disclosure or feedback the way you have from people. Again, it's going to be a little bit more secret squirrel. Everyone's behaving in a little bit more of an individualistic way. And that's not necessarily a bad thing unless somebody is so dependent on collectivism to get by that they need more than one person to hold up their reality. But that says more about their situation than it says about the rest. In the case of the Outflux card, well, the Seven of Swords reverse going away is indicating, look, you again need to pull your interest back. Maybe you need to have a bit of an energy accord with a few people, divest a little bit. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're cutting people off, but maybe we're cutting away from certain entanglements, sharing our public business with everybody all of the time, letting everyone know our next step. It's kind of important to know when you need to keep your intentions to yourself and your goals to yourself. Sometimes what can happen is if if that goal is sharing a space or an energy with somebody, or maybe again even yourself when it's not actually in a crystallized state, it's more of in a conceptual state, it doesn't take on what we want it to. And the Seven of Swords reverse is indicating again, what's going away right now is sort of the shouting it from the rooftops energy. You need to be more discreet and don't expect other people to be so forthcoming with that information this week as well. It's not the end of the world, it's just a weekly horoscope. When it comes to material concerns, getting down to the mundane row at the bottom, we have the Five of Pentacles in reverse, and again, superhero opportunity for the Aries people. Looks like somebody is going to be asking you for help. And I go right back to the Dances with Neptune energy with the Sun and Mercury in that sextile. And I'm wondering if maybe there's also an opportunity for some of you to be making some money or getting ahead on some kind of material concern by helping somebody out, even if it's not actually in the workplace. But the Five of Pentacles reverse is answering a prayer and actually having a wish granted as an equivalent exchange. That's just some kind of phrase that just popped into me just now. I'm not sure if this is something that you're recruited to do or if it's something that you are asked to do personally or somebody sends you that message. But I do think it's a good idea to consider answering this little call to action, because whatever it is, it does seem to be bringing you a fair amount of both social and material reward. When it comes to the external, when we talk about friends, relatives, and all of that, we do have the Ace of Cups in reverse. And a lot of you Aries people may be finding yourself in a position where it's a little bit difficult to stay in conversation or to listen. Or to share space or even hold space with certain friends and relatives this week. And that's going to be something I've got a big list of videos I'm going to be working on the wall over there. There's something going on, I think, in January where everyone's sort of getting into their own vibe, their own vibe tribe, if that makes sense. Not belief tribe, not social tribe, not political tribe, all of that's old paradigm stuff. Vibe tribe, so to speak, is more and more of the thing. Who's holding what energy, and it's got nothing to do with what you look like, what you say, any of that kind of stuff. And with the Ace of Cups reversed, I'm seeing that you're noticing some incompatibilities come up in this space, right? With the Ace of Cups reversed, sometimes emotions are not mixing. The energy somebody is carrying might be not necessarily complementary to ours or us to theirs. A lot of the times this can happen where our energies clash so much just because, one's kind of spinning off center. Maybe they're in a lower place, maybe they're in a sunken place, maybe they're kind of in like but let's just say a sunken place, to the point where you're feeling like it's not productive, right? They're not providing solutions, they're just sort of venting and expressing, but they're almost casting as they express. This is a week where a lot of you might want to consider taking some hermit time or a little bit of personal time away from that, unless you trust a person or know a person to be completely conscious and aware of the energy that they carry. More people are going to wake up to that. More people this year are going to be very much, they know what their vibe is going to feel like, and that's going to change how a lot of people behave in a very positive way. It might be a horrible wake-up call for them in the beginning, but it will change a lot for them in this year, especially when it's like when you know what energy you're carrying and parting into an environment, you really work on yourself fast. But I think in the beginning, know when to take your space. When it comes to relationships and romance, we've got the Four of Pentacles in reverse. And even though we've got a lot of focus on, boundaries and energy filters and things like that, it does look like with the Four of Pentacles reversed, there is going to be a wall opening up for you. Somebody's opening their doors to you. Those of you who are single and looking, well, with the Four of Pentacles reversed, you may be finding that people who have been resistant to the idea of making time or spending time are suddenly a little bit more open, a little bit more free with you. Maybe they've extended a bit of their holiday time off. The Four of Pentacles reverse can also show where maybe a crush or a partner is letting go of something that they have been kind of clinging to as a bit of a security blanket that's holding back maybe an aspect of our relationship or our family. Because I am seeing somebody letting go of, again, that high maintenance kind of, security blanket. Let's just say that. It's not doing anyone any good. It has a nostalgic reference to it, and it makes them feel safe, but it's actually doing less good than they think it is. There's a release of that going on, and I feel like that's going to actually invite a lot of new energy and for a bit more dynamism in all connections. So that's your horoscope. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You all know I appreciate it. And of course, if you ever wish to get a session, just go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com.